What's Nissan backwards? Masson? No, Datsun. This looks like a good place to drive a pickup truck. That's what we're doing today on Twin Cam. It's pick 'em up truck time. The Nissan Titan. So as we told you, it's the Nissan Titan today on Twin Cam. I'm with Trenton Wright from Nissan Product Planning, and we're going to talk a little bit about the truck. First of all, Trenton, welcome to Twin Cam.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for being here. The name, Titan. How did Nissan come up with Titan?
Sure, absolutely. So Titan spans back way into we launched in 04. Titan really represents a warrior kind of aspect, really strong fighter. We wanted to have a strong name that said, hey, we're out here to really make waves in the truck market. We wanted to make sure that everybody understood Titan is a powerful name. And not only just the name, but we wanted to have the proof to back it up. So when we launched in 04, we had a ton of power, ton of horsepower, ton of torque. The truck did a phenomenal job, really did a great job with it.
So the goal was to become the Titan of the full-size truck segment.
That's right, absolutely.
How often does it get conflated with Titanic?
You know, I haven't heard that one yet, but yeah, it's a good one. No, I haven't heard that one too much, but yeah.
If you can, please run through some of the differences between this and the last model Titan that came out, the preceding generation.
Absolutely. Yeah, so this is the new 2017 Titan. It's all new skin metal, as you can see. Everything's new. Interior's new. We didn't carry over much of anything. Essentially, we carried over a few parts of the frame, made some revisions here and there, but we have a new powertrain. Everything is all new.
Okay, so what is the engine?
So the engine is a 5.6 liter variation of the older engine, but we added a few new technologies. So we added direct injection for better fuel economy, a little higher compression ratio. Then we also did VVEL, which is variable valve event and lift. Essentially what we're doing is trying to increase the horsepower in the top end of the engine RPM. And then we also added what's called a multi-control valve, which is one of my interesting parts about the engine that's really interesting. So essentially what it does is try to get the engine up to operating temperature as quick as possible to get you the best fuel economy.
Right, also helps with emissions.
That's right. And then also what it can do is if it's in the winter and you have the AC or heat turned on at that time, it sends coolant to the radiator to get it heated up as quick as possible, so that way you get your heat a little bit quicker.
Gotcha. And it's a silly question for a pickup truck, but given that we're talking about the new engine and the power, how fast will it go?
We don't have any 0 to 60 times or anything published like that, but
top
it does
speed?
have no top speed numbers. Oh, I'm sure, absolutely. Yeah.
So what do we think?
We don't want to get you too crazy.
115, 125?
There you go.
I'm sure somebody will road test it.
I'm sure they will. It does have 390 horsepower and 394 foot-pounds of torque, so it's going to get you there, and it's going to get you there quick.
Sure, and two-wheel and four-wheel drive models, of course.
That's right, absolutely. We offer a two-wheel drive and a four-wheel drive.
Favorite thing about the interior?
Favorite thing, man. I actually like a lot of the technology that we put into it. So we wanted to make this thing as easy as possible for the user, or for the customer to drive. So we put things in it like a round view monitor to make sure you can see a bird's eye view of the truck. You know, these things are big and they're not easy to put in some parking spots. So that's probably my favorite feature of the Titan.
We did want to touch on an off-road version. Is there like a Pro 4 off-road Baja type version of the truck?
So keeping with the old version, yes, we did carry over the Pro 4X version. It's our sport enthusiast version. It's got a little bit of an all-terrain tire on it. It's got electronic differential locker. It's got hill descent control. So yeah, it's our more off-road version, and it's very sporty. It's got skid plates. So yeah, we do offer an off-road version, and it's our Pro 4X.
Well, you'll see more of it as we drive it today on Twin Cam. Trenton, thanks for taking us on.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Well, we're in a pickup truck. I haven't been in a pickup truck in a while. Me neither. This is the Nissan Titan Pro 4. This is the off-road version. Which is, even though we're on the road, from what you can see in front here, is very luxurious. This is a crew cab as well. We'll have a shot on the back. Yeah, I can't tell you when the last time I did that was.
One of them things.
I mean, I don't even own an automatic, so it's not likely, but it's kind of old-timey. I like it.
You like that?
I do.
I feel like you're just getting something done.
You just kind of throw it in, you throw it up. Like if you're really frustrated, you go, and you put it in park.
That's right.
and
When you go to the stop, you know, you nail the brakes and
That's
crank
right.
like that.
Well, like, yeah, we're here, all right. We've arrived.
That's right. We didn't
party.
hurt anything, but we did it. All right.
Let's see how this baby accelerates.
Let's see how it accelerates out of the bus lane. Well, it makes a noise. I like how you're all extended there.
Some miles an hour.
You're all stretched out.
I was
extended.
stretched out. Well, it is over 6,000 pounds, so we don't expect it to be a sports car.
But it's got to have some giddy up because
It
it's a
does.
truck and it's a tough truck, and there's a tough policeman. It's probably a good thing he wasn't back there.
You know,
which
they're around.
would have been
I'm around.
not have been quite as tough. That would have been less tough. Interesting. I'm looking at the shift column shifter right now, and for the tow mode, it's got your manual gear change there. It's a plus and minus symbol, so that when you've got the boat back there and you're headed for the Redneck Yacht Club, you can
select
shift it
lower
yourself.
gear so that your Surrey or your mud bogger doesn't, you know, overrun you on the downhill.
You don't
Not
want
that if
that.
you're going to a mud bog, it will, because most of those things are held in flatlands.
That's true.
Yeah.
You're spry, and you've already used up the leather. That's up the leather.
You know, a lot of folks stop at truck stops. They just naturally think they should, 'cause they figure any place a truck driver eats, the food's just got to be good. So they go out there amongst all them truck drivers, sitting around talking low. They're talking about women and stuff like that, and how fast them trucks will go.
Honestly, it's been a little while since I drove
That was a
pickup
bump.
truck. That was a bump. And you can kind of see how people like them or remember what they like about them as I make this very abrupt left turn. One of the things that people dig about them is that you've got good visibility. You know, you look around, you're kind of up, and the glass to sheet metal ratio in these things is, sadly, for better or for worse, a lot better than you get in a lot of modern cars now.
I'd say for better, because visibility is safety. Cocooning you in
Yeah, it is not safe.
a box with a slit, basically, both for fashion and for passenger side or driver side impact standards, to me, that's less safe. I'd rather be able to see. A lot of people would say, well, you're going to see what's going to hit you, but still, if you can see it, there's a better chance it's not going to hit you.
That is right.
Oh, no.
You got your four-wheel drive control down here, two-wheel, 4 high, and I guess you push to go down to 4 low. Obviously, long gone are the days when you would get out and manually lock the differentials yourself. So says everyone.
Potato chips, how my mouth just drip. Potato chips, how my mouth just drip. Crunch, crunch, I don't want no lunch. All I want is potato chips. Potato chips, how my mouth just drip. Potato chips, how my mouth.
It's interesting because, as you can see, as commodious and luxurious as the interior is, they've gone with a two-tone, big flare, wheel well, fender, aggressive look, and big pro PRO 4 letters for this off-road version of the truck. I'm not sure if there's a harder core off-road version of this, or if this is your mix of hardcore and softcore.
I don't know how I follow that, but all right.
You can.
This interior, and this may not be the way to follow it, but you wonder if it would wash down if it got dirty.
Take.
Well, this is a very cursory look at the Nissan Titan.
It's cursory. There's some interesting stuff in the bed there where Jan is.
Yes, this bed has factory spray-in bed liner. I'm told they're about the only one to offer that. Has these LED lights, which maybe you can see right here. Apparently they light it up, quote-unquote, like night at night. It's got racks for perhaps putting a motorcycle. I'm told that the motorcycle will fit in well. I guess it could. You might not get a quad in here, but it is an action sports vehicle.
It has a channel for your holding up.
Yes, it has a channel for holding up your bike or whatever else. Eric can show
right
you.
there, like that.
Yep, right there, as you can see. I think it's probably going to be used for more like tailgates, particularly since we're coming into football season. People will take these things and put coolers and other stuff.
I believe there's a 120 volt outlet here too. You can see. So you can plug in the stereo and pump the jams, or you can plug in your cooker or any other accessories that you may have for your tailgate.
Does anybody pump jams?
And we're back. You can't tell, but this is not the same pickup truck we were just in. This is another Titan, yes, but this is the Titan Platinum Reserve. I almost want to say Prime Reserve, like a mutual fund. But no, it's the Platinum Reserve. It has the Nissan Endurance V8. It's a 5.6 liter V8 with, I believe, 398 horsepower and 387 pound-feet of torque, or something close to that. We'll put it up, you'll figure it out. But this is the Lux truck. This is not the off-road truck. This is the one for grabbing a coffee and commuting back and forth to the office.
You know, it has the same sort of bed-linered bed, truck bed, with all the same things we showed you in the Pro 4X, mostly for mounting, for carrying different items, everything from dirt bikes to coolers, because you want to do that. But most of all, what I find it handy for is bed sitting. I like to sit in pickup truck beds. I don't get to do it often. Do you?
And now, in honor of the Olympic spirit, a dismount.
And a look at the interior, which is pretty luxurious for a pickup truck, but they're that way these days because these are no longer really just commuter vehicles. Well,
They're not
no
really
longer work vehicles, they're
yeah.
commuter vehicles.
They're going to work vehicles.
Yep, you got all your sensors down here,
Got
your park
four-wheel
sensors, your
drive,
four-wheel
full
drive.
traction control. Oh my God, let's turn it off.
What will happen
What will happen?
on this 90-degree dry day?
Look, traction controls.
Driver's view. Oh yes. Doing a conservative, reasonable speed on whatever road this is. Obviously, towing is on the cards with this thing. I think so. I think I don't know what the towing capabilities are, but there are some. And we'll put up a stat. Very insightful, by the way. We'll put up a stat. That's the kind of information we offer you. Well, we do. We have information, but you can, yeah. In fact, there are towing controls down here that would indicate towing capability if you were going to tow, and you get a tow out of that. Right. Speaking of getting a tow out of that, that's an appropriate segue, because this has an endurance, quote unquote, V8. Which is interesting, because endurance, being racing-minded, makes me think of endurance racing. But of course, Nissan doesn't really race an endurance V8. There's no V8 that they race currently. They race a turbo V6 in the GTR, the Nismo GTRs that race in the GT3 class. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. By the way, shout out to Brian Heitkotter. Well done, dude. Well done, Brian. He just won his first round of Pirelli World Challenge ever, after being in the series for a couple of years, at Miller Motorsports Park in Tooele, Utah. Well done. There's a Nissan shout out to Brian Heitkotter, one of the PlayStation gamers turned driver, although he actually drove some before that too. He did. I can give you the stats on this now because of my encyclopedic knowledge of this truck. Let's see. It's a 5.6 liter endurance V8, as we've said, 390 horsepower, 394 pound-feet of torque, 7-speed transmission, 2-speed transfer case, 4 high and low, 4-wheel power disc brakes, and the list goes on. Power. You really probably can't see this, but apparently, according to this Monroney, the price is $0. Now that makes this my favorite truck ever.
It's a deal. Here's a sort of trucky observation. The ride is okay. There's no real big head toss, which I know is a thing in trucks, or can be a thing in trucks.
It's a term that they use.
The ride is okay. I wouldn't say it's fantastic, but it's okay. I guess if you drive trucks commonly, perhaps this is better than what you normally find. Again, that's a high recommendation.
Well, if you drive trucks commonly, perhaps you could tell us. Because
Comment
we
below.
don't. Comment below. Hey, let's do it. If you've liked this
Whoa.
video.
As we cruise over the main streets of Alexandria, we'd like to let you know that if you enjoyed this video, or if you sort of just watched it, well,
Please smack the like button and subscribe.
Duncan. Well, that Datsun comment you made earlier was pretty stupid.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
Well, there's always Barber College.